Welcome to the Postgame Show presented by the Maroon Club, enhancing 23 Division I sports. Join the Maroon Club today, and our player of the game brought to you by Coca-Cola. Experience the Coke side of life. Mike with, I'm sure, an unhappy Kia Damon Olson.
Thanks, Gary. Obviously, Coach, disappointing the way you played the first half and the second half. Came down to the last shot there to tie it up, but probably shouldn't have, correct?
Correct. I thought we got a little tentative in the second half when they went to their half-court trap and into the zone. I thought we got some good looks, and we just didn't put them down. And those were a few possessions that got away from us where we didn't score, and they were able to score. So that was really the difference in the game.
Them taking time, you taking time to get across half-court, getting into your half-court offense a little bit, say late or halfway through the shot clock, that had a factor?
Yeah, it's just about being tentative. It's not, not necessarily being aggressive and doing the things that we need to do, and it's just something we need to continue to work on.
And it's a learning experience. Coach, I know you'll be back. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Natalie, come on in here. We got Natalie, the Coca-Cola player of the game. I'm sorry, not Natalie, Olivia. Olivia, 15 points. Olivia, disappointing loss. The way you played that first half and to come out in the second half and just not have the ball fall down, got to be disappointing. What do you say to your teammates when you get in that locker room?
Obviously, just like keep up the intensity. The same way we started off the game, say we wanted to come out in the second half and, make sure that we kept foot on the gas pedal the entire time. So.
Did them pushing you, say, off the three-point line and obviously changing defenses in the half court, did that have an effect?
Not necessarily. I just feel like we got some shots. Obviously they weren't falling in, but it was just more so on defense and making sure if we're not able to score, then they can't score either. So.
And you guys are a young team, obviously. It's a learning experience, and I know you'll be back, okay?
Yeah.
Just keep your head up.
Will do. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, guys, we got another one to come, guys. A disappointing loss here for Coach Damon Olson and her team, but a good first half, things to build on. Back to you.
And, Mike, we'll see Olivia at halftime of the men's game. She has her faculty all-star today. But here's John with the final highlights.
Yeah, Gary, and I'll tell you, that first half, I think 20 minutes of the best basketball we've seen Lafayette play. Love Katie Nelson, and inside to Nia Irving. That twosome, Gary, did a great job all night long for the Leopards. Spearman from downtown. She was relatively quiet. Boston University didn't do a whole lot of damage from three-point range. Not so for Lafayette in that first half, Gary. They had 5 of them. They were absent in the second half, but boy, I'll tell you, they ran the court well. That's Olivia Martino finishing in transition. But the scrappy defense of Boston University really, Gary, held the day. I mean, a great pass fake right there by Hauk. Frees herself up for a bucket. Gary, how about this statistic? We talked about Boston University out-rebounding Lafayette by a wide margin. 21 offensive rebounds, 21 second chances. When you look at that number, as we look at a terrific move by Natalie Kukowski, who was relatively quiet by her standard, and look at this pass long to Drew Freeland. We thought Lafayette right there might get some momentum back on that nice transition bucket, one of the few easy ones. And Olivia, this was a three-point play that brought them to within 1, but they just couldn't get over the hump. And again, that's the freshman child doing a nice job taking it hard to the basket. This Boston University team, Gary, they've got this kind of aura about them. Marissa Mosley has done a nice job kind of convincing them. That's a key bucket right there. We talked about the offensive rebound. We thought Lafayette was going to get a shot clock violation. Hauk was there for the key follow-up. But, Gary, 21 offensive rebounds, you're not going to win a whole lot of games when that happens. Hey, this one's in the books. We know what Kia Damon's trying to do. It's a young team. She's limited with injuries and with depth. There are times when they show flashes. They got to get better.
Yeah, I'm sure Kia's tired of seeing a good half and not a good 4 quarters, and that's the case. Lafayette put up just 11 second half points in the ball game. For Boston, their 47 points on 18 field goals. They were just 2 for 12 from beyond the arc, 9 for 14 from the free throw line, led by Nia Irving with 15 points and 14 rebounds, a nice double-double for her. And 10 points by Riley Childs, who really had a very good second half of basketball. Boston goes to 10-9 and now 6-3 in the Patriot League. For Lafayette, they're 44 points on 18 field goals, as they were 5 for 18 from beyond the arc, 3 for 3 from the foul line. 15 points by Olivia Martino. Drew Freeland with 11 points in the ball game. Natalie Kukowski with 9 rebounds, but just 4 points out. She was scoreless in the first half, but it didn't seem to bother her because she played such an all-around game. A career-high 8 assists and 6 blocks in this ball game, but it's not enough as the Lafayette Leopards go to 7-13, 2-7 in the Patriot League. They lose this one by a 47 44 score. The night's not over, however. We will be back. 8:30 is tip-off, so we'll be back about 8:25 to bring you our pregame show. So for John and Mike, we'll go away for a little while, but we'll be back. But thanks for watching the women's game. I'm Gary Laubach. Goodbye for now.